Are you bored making gridded cities and city skylines? I have a perfect solution for you. Simply follow these easy steps laid out within this video to add a little bit of chaos and excitement to your city. The first thing I like to do when laying out roads in an area is I like to outline the area. For me, these tend to be the main roads going through my city. In this example, it's the entrance to the city, so I have two arterial roads intersecting each other. Further away, I build a collector which gives me my outline from the two arterial roads, the collector, and the beach. The next step is picking locations to enter the development. I like to space my entrances out quite a ways on arterials as I know this road will have more traffic volume. On collectors, I'm okay with closer spacings of entrances, but for this example I space them further away. Now that all my entrances are sorted out, we can begin to add chaos within this area. I usually pick a road somewhere in the middle and give it a couple random curves. I know my end destination for this road is going to be somewhere along the beach, but I don't want the road to be straight. After the initial road is placed, I try to connect some entrances to each other if possible, like this road. Otherwise, I'll curve roads through the development until I hit what feels like a good ending point for that road. Don't be afraid to remove sections of road that you don't like. That's the beauty of this design. It's a form of art. Once you get all of your entrance points connected in some way, it's time to fill in the gaps. Keep in mind, you don't need to fill in every little spot. This is also the step where you leave room for parks or other things you want to add. Now that your road layout is complete, it's time to add pedestrian paths if you want them. I left enough room in this example to place a bunch of pedestrian paths between the roads. With all the roads and pedestrian paths laid out, it's time to place in the buildings. Sometimes I forget this step right away, but I like to plan out where I want the public service buildings to be. This includes schools, parks, fire stations, police, healthcare, death care, and anything else you would like to include. After all the services are placed, it's time to develop out the area. I typically keep the inside as residential and line the main roads with commercial, but you can zone this area out however you like. Now we just sit back, relax, and watch the area develop. Now that the area is developed, it's a good idea to decorate out your area. I'm keeping it simple by filling the area with trees, but you can add whatever you want to decorate your beautifully chaotic development. Once you're done with this area, repeat this process in the next area and eventually your whole city will have a chaotic road layout. The last example had flat terrain. Now what would you do in mountainous terrain? I'd follow a similar step-by-step process but conform to the terrain you're dealing with. In this example, I only have one main road. My development is on this hillside. I start by outlining the development that I would like to build, trying my best not to completely demolish the hillside. I create entrances just like I would in flat terrain areas wherever it makes sense, typically in flatter parts of the roadways. Just like last time, I start in the middle and work my way up the hillside. Afterwards, I try my best to connect roads throughout the hillside, taking care to not disturb the terrain too much. Sometimes it takes a few attempts, but it's all worth it in the end. I have a completed road layout and it looks a little ugly right now, but once everything is in, we can make it look better. Okay, I know what you're thinking, it doesn't look so good right now, but we can fix this. All we need to do is hide the steep terrain and everything will be fine. I do this with a bunch of trees, just like in the previous example. See, now look at it. It looks pretty good. Not only is the road layout interesting, the elevation change also adds an interesting aspect to the development. Keep doing this style throughout your city and I promise you will not get bored like you would by placing grids everywhere. I have one question for you. Which road layout do you like better? This grid? Or this chaotic road layout? Leave a comment below by telling me which style you prefer and make sure you subscribe. Check out my pedestrians only city where I use this exact road layout to its fullest extent.